professional in order to stay relevant. This is what you get on OSBC AM Cafe, your early morning television inspiration. There is time for motivation, keeping your body fit through exercise, guest segments where we discuss trending issues in the polity with our analysts from different fields of life. All this will be showing on your TV Monday to Friday between 7 a.m. and 8:15 a.m. OSBC TV AM Coffee. Start your day fresh. It's expedient for every man to be informed, educated, and enlightened about happenings all around, both local and
wherever you're watching us from, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Surface. And I am your host, Tolulope Akiyemi. Of course, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Joy. Chai, good morning.
Good morning to you all, wherever you're watching us. It's another beautiful morning, and of course, we welcome you back to Beyond the Surface. Always tune in to Beyond the Surface every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I am Joy Akiyemi.
Thank you. All right, so today we'll continue from where we stopped in our previous episode. We talked about personal development, and we talked extensively on what personal development is all about, the needs for personal development, the benefits of personal development. So we'll be moving beyond that to talking about different areas of personal development and how much personal development is needed in our daily activities. Like we all talk about this Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. There is always a particular need in everybody's life, in everyone's life. Like the first stage, the need for psychological needs for food, needs for shelter. That's the first thing, first desire. Let me say the first needs and first desire of a man. Then moving beyond that, then you move to the safety need, the needs to feeling safety, the needs for, quite a number of things. So that particular needs keeps going high and high and high and high and high. But there are some people that do not even, they don't really care about the needs of higher. There's some higher needs. Some people just stay with the psychological needs, and they feel like, well, if so far I'm eating, I'm okay. There are people like that, and there are people that are beyond you saying, I want to fulfill my psychological needs. I need to eat whatever. I need to get a shelter. I need to wear good clothes. I need to look good and all that. Beyond that, what other things can I do to improve myself? And that's what we're talking about today.
We all should try and check, where do you think your passion lies in? What is that talent you think you own? What is that thing that, in fact, apart from you thinking about food, what comes to your mind next in terms of career, in terms of work to do, in terms of business ideas? What are those things that pop up to your mind that even if you're sleeping, you can easily think about it? Now, this is important because when you do things that you love, it is easier to develop yourself on it. It is easier to stay on it. Now, if you're doing something that you don't love, there is a high tendency of you drifting away from it totally. If I love to plant hair, and maybe I have an opportunity at school or something to learn something about tailoring. The truth is that I would always have an easier way around planting of hair, even if I don't know it. But for the fact that I love planting hair for people, it would always be an easy go-to for me. Now, it does not mean that I can understand whatever they are doing at the tailoring class. It only means that when there is wind of tailoring, sorry that I'm using the strong word wind, when there are troubles around tailoring, or maybe my boss screams at me, or maybe something happened, maybe I made a mistake while stitching the clothes together, it means that I will be so tired and frustrated. Why am I being frustrated? I mean, it's something that happens. People have made mistake while sewing. People, bosses, scream at them one time or the other to correct things. But if it were to be that hair making, there is a high tendency that you would see the scream and the mistake at the tailoring class that would happen at that hair making place as a push. I'm trying to tell you that things that you love to do, things that you have passion for, as human, we tend to do better at them. We tend to make them work. If you're working at a banking firm because, oh, I just have to keep up, there's no money, there's no job, frustrations will come and you will surely be tired of that. If your parents, of course, we've heard so many stories of medical doctors who would say, my parents just said I must be a medical doctor, and of course now I'm a medical doctor, and on the day of their graduation they will give the certificate to their parents that, thank you so much, you want me to be a medical doctor, now I'm a medical doctor, but I'm sorry, I want to pursue my acting skill, I'm sorry, I want to pursue music, I'm sorry, I want to be a caterer. We've seen civil engineers, I mean so many others. I mentioned civil engineer because I have a friend of mine that he was a civil engineer. I mean, I can still say he is because he still has a certificate. He is a civil engineer, but he's now a great caterer in Lagos State. Yes, he's now a great caterer in Lagos State. Now, the fact that I'm using skill and career does not make it, oh, but that's just an skill now. No, now the country has changed a lot. The whole world has changed a lot. There is the mindset of, oh, is she or what? Yes. And skill. It's just and skill. It's nothing. And I'll just learn it side by side. No, people are going so great in that. Oh, it's just business. It's just buying and selling. I'm just there being a seller at a shopping mall. It's nothing. No. These are the little things that grow to a large part. Now, someone that owns a shopping mall now will tell you that they have done a lot of sales rep before. And it will surprise you. Now, if you read story of people like Sam Worthing, you would be surprised at a lot of things that they have gone through in turning around. Back to the base, passion. What is that thing you think you have passion on? You have to develop it. I know you've been pushing it aside for a while, but now is the time for you to develop your passion. Now is the time for you to develop that thing you love. Yes, we're talking about personal development. Personal development is, of course, developing you yourself. Now, what contains you as a person is also what you love. Why not build around that thing that you love? Oh, I love arranging things. I love planning things and all. Don't you think you should look into event planning? Oh, I love to, at home, you are the one that they will say, oh yeah, Shola, come and help us do this wiring, and you are always eager to do it. Kunle, come and help us do this plug, you are always doing it. Don't you think you should chase your passion? Now, I know that Nigerian students will come at me and say, but there is JAMB now. JAMB is always jamming us around. We would put in for a course and we will not be able to do it. Yes, it is possible. It does not stop you from chasing your dream. That is just 4 years. That's just a certificate for 4 years. There are other ways to get certificates. There are other ways to get learned. There are other ways to be a learner. There are so many other, there are online trainings. You can school in so many institutions that are not the four walls of university.
You don't just say, okay, I've discovered my passion. I want to be a baker. And then you just relax. You just like, okay, let me just take works from my family and friends. You should think beyond your situation. You should be able to project, where do I want to be in 4 years to this time? What stage of my what stage would my business be in 4 years time? Where will I be in this business at this particular time? Mental preparation, emotional intelligence. It's also one of the areas you have to look into. There are clients and customers that will come up to you and they will just rubbish you and they'll be like, you're not doing well at all. I don't think you're good at this thing. Are you emotionally intelligent to handle clients like that? You have to also look into that area. Spiritual aspect is not also left out, because in Nigeria now they said people are doing different things. People are doing, what do you want to do that people have not done before? But what would distinct you, we talked about it in the previous episode, but what would distinct you even more is how spiritually inclined you are and spiritually sensitive. You have to pray. I met a mother, and she was a mother, like someone that's like a mother to me, and she was telling me that in Nigeria, as an entrepreneur, you have to pray for customers to come and patronize you. So how spiritually sensitive are you? You see people and your colleagues, they are getting works and jobs from different companies, and you just see yourself, you just be like, oh God, and I'm just here, and I'm doing something new, but nothing is just not working. How spiritually sensitive are you? How prayerful are you to bring down what you want? You cannot just desire something and not you cannot just have passion for something and not desire for something great. If you want something great to happen to you, you have to desire it, and desire will not just happen like that. You have to go to the realm of this to draw it. You have to use prayer to draw that thing into reality. Now, talking about physical, how neat are you? How excellent are you with your work? It's also very important. Moving to social, how sociable are you? How well are you accessible by people around you? You understand? All those things are very, very, very important areas that you need to look into and develop. You need to look into and develop. There are so many personal development coach. Do you have a mentor? We said in our previous episode that you don't need to physically contact a mentor. So I want you to mentor me. No, you can read books of some successful, or so there are books out in the bookstore that you can actually just go there, read books on what you are passionate about. By that, you are being mentored the right way. And beyond reading books, you need a physical mentor, those that you can run to when you are down. There are times that you feel like I have passion for this thing, but when the pressure choke you to some extent, you feel like giving up. Who do you run to? You need someone that has been in that job, that is successful, that can help you. You know, it will be more easier for you to be successful when you already when you are trading the path of those that are already successful. They will just pull you up. Things that are normally things that normally should not weigh you down. You understand? When you have mentor, they will not even weigh you down at all, because you talk to the right people and you mix with the right audience. Now, talking about going for coaching meetings and workshop, I told us in our previous episode that it's very, very important. That is where you get to meet more creative minds and rub minds with more creatives. You understand? Now, it's not just about you learning. Sometimes you just need to go for a conference, a leadership conference, and then you get to meet more people. In fact, from leadership conferences, you get to even meet clients and prospects. When you package yourself well, you brand yourself, your skills and whatever you have passion for, they are well positioned on all social media handles, and you're doing exceedingly well with your content on social media. So you should be able to, so that will give you confidence to tell people, this is what I do. You can check me out on any social media platform. We are all over. We are international, and you don't need to ask. There are some conferences that you don't need to be physically present, like we said in the previous episode. You can attend through Zoom meeting. There's an app now called Clubhouse. You can also attend to through Clubhouse. There's Mix LR. There's some WhatsApp video call, WhatsApp voice call is there. Facebook calls. I get clients from Facebook that will just message me, say, I saw your profile and I love it. I want your services, and then I just do video call. Facebook video call is there. Facebook voice call is there. You don't have to always charge your Facebook every time, like I always say. So those are areas you need to look into. You need to develop, to be a best version of yourself. This a personal development episode is just way encouraging you and also enlightening you to the part that you can develop it. Because when we tell you, you have to develop yourself, you'll be like, what aspect do I need to develop? That's everything I just mentioned. How mentally stable. There are a lot of people that are going through mental issue. They are depressed. When we talk about mental, does not mean crazy. Yes, thank God I said that. When I talk about mental, does not mean somebody is mad. No, it's beyond that. Now we are in the 21st century. Mental health, your mental health is very, very, very important. How often do you do mental health checkup? You go for physical health checkup. How often do you go for mental health checkup? So many people out there, so many successful entrepreneurs, so many youths out there are battling with suicide, depression, at every point in time, and nobody's talking about how to deal with depression in workplace. Nobody is talking about how to deal with depression in your personal dealing, like in your daily activities. Those are one of those things you need to work on. If you are battling with depression, get a therapist, get a counselor to talk to. So you don't need to kill yourself because so many people are on your neck. You need to deliver something and you just go into depression, and you were not able to deliver that particular product. You lose on both sides. You lose in the aspect of you offering your services, and also lose in the aspect of your mental health. In fact, if you have a healthy mental health, you will be able to deliver an excellent product, excellent services to your clients. Because it is when you are happy that you make your clients happy. It is when you are happy that you make that you. In fact, there is this jokes around that when their wife is happy, the food is always sweet. That's the same thing applied to your daily life, to your activities, to the services you render. So your mental health is very important. Your physical health is also very important. Do not overwork yourself. Yes, we tell you, you need to develop yourself. You need to go to different places. You need to do this. You need to do that. Do not overwork yourself. So many people ignore their health. They do a lot of things at the expense of their health, which is very, very wrong, because it's an elder person that can deliver a service. It's someone that is healthy, physically and mentally, that can have a proper conversation with a client and deliver an excellent job. So please, do not say, okay, because I want to deliver something, and you know that your body is not okay. You need to rest or something. When you need to rest, take a rest. Diet when it's necessary. Take water as often as possible. Take water. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself as much as you want to personally develop yourself. There is a profound and a successful entrepreneur, Ubon King. I would say R.I.P. may so rest in perfect peace. He is an example of a successful entrepreneur, but he died at a very young age. Why? Because he's he's always working on improving himself, being the best, and he was at his left. That's just the truth. He was the best in every services he rendered. Ubon King is a man that inspires me as an entrepreneur to be the best version of myself when it comes to personal development and being hardworking, being good at what you do. It's someone that is a legend. Is a king. It's someone that when you mention his name, a lot of people can reckon with him. That no, this man was a man. He was a king, but he's gone because he ignored his health. He ignored his physical health. and he was more passionate about being the best version, which is also good. But there has to be a balance. That's what I'm trying to say. There has to be a balance. As much as you're working on trying to be the best version of yourself, also take care of your physical health, take care of your mental health.
All right, that will be all for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Beyond the Surface. I am Joy Akinola. Thank you for joining us.
All right, and I am Tulilope Akiyemi signing out, and see you in the next episode. Bye.
Good morning, viewers out there. You're welcome to today's edition of our program. And what we say here this morning is, thank God it's another Friday. And what we say again is, when you go out this weekend, do everything moderately. If you drink, don't drive. And if you must drive, do not drink. So, Joy.
Yeah, viewers, good morning. Welcome back to another edition of Beyond, or another edition of AM Cafe.
You are still on your Beyond the Surface.
Of course, you just finished watching Beyond the Surface, and I hope that you have learned one or two things, and we are ready to move on with that. So, welcome back. I am
This is the guest segment of our program, yes. And this morning we have an activist in the studio. He's a friend here, has always been coming around, and we're going to look at something very, very germane to the growth and development of our country, Nigeria. 2-3 days ago, we learned that an negotiator of the bandits was arrested in Egypt, and his own godfather said, I wouldn't know why my head was arrested. This we are talking of Mamu there, who was arrested in Egypt, who was being the negotiator of those that were abducted on the Kaduna-Abuja train. And the Sheikh there, Sheikh Gumi, said, why, I don't know why my head was arrested. To answer our question on this topic this morning is our friend, like I said, Comrade Sakan Wahid. It's a pleasure having you in our studio today.
Good morning, sir. It's good to be back in the studio.
So I think before we go into anything, we must commiserate with the people of United Kingdom on the passage of the monarch there. Yeah, I've always been hearing of one monarch, Queen Elizabeth, who reigned for 70 years and lived for 96 years. May our soul continue to rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
And somebody just said something this morning that, the son have been named the king. Immediately. That's a place where there is an arrangement.
Yeah.
When will Nigeria get to that? When will our society get to that?
You see, when I saw the structure of British monarchy,
Okay.
something in me was saying, this is African.
African, okay.
It's like we outsource our culture to them.
And they
brought
gave
their own
Theirs
culture
to us.
to ourselves. So the social plan was typically African, but unfortunately in recent time, our culture, our tradition has been thrown out, and it's unfortunate. We have many things to learn now from them, like institutionalizing the arrangement of culture of succession in Yoruba land, institutionalizing it in a way that even before the death of Queen Elizabeth,
There's awareness
there was a documentation of what will happen
after his passing.
at departure. You know, the succession plan was very, very clear, even to the layman on the street.
Yeah.
So if you can have such arrangement, at least in there are kingdoms that have been there before even the British government.
Yes.
So those kingdoms in Africa should be able to have a documentation of the succession plan, so that we will not be caused to serve them like we have been experiencing in recent time. At least if the cradle of Yoruba is
The Oyo
Kingdom,
and the Benin.
I think Benin have a beautiful succession plan.
Okay.
They don't resolve.
They don't argue on it.
No. Yeah. And beautifully, and this is give it to them. The Ibadan.
Okay, Ibadan too.
Is a beautiful.
Okay. You see, yesterday I just went online and I saw what happened after the passage of the monarch. 10 days, the plan just came out immediately that this will happen on day 1, day 2, day 3, till the burial.
Yeah.
So we'll be discussing this at some other time. But this morning we're going to look at the arrest of that negotiator there, Mamu, and the question is, the first question we're going to ask, like the big daddy has, is why do you arrest my hands? Gumi asking that question. Okay. Who is Gumi? Who is Mamu?
Gumi retired as a captain in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Cleric is was various one in the northern region, and he has been a leading sympathizer
of the terrorists,
of bandits and terrorists in the same time. And Mamu is a media consultant to Gumi. And Mamu as a person, you know, there are some people, they were born controversially. They will continue to live controversially.
And when, they will die.
And when death came calling,
controversial.
They will even die controversially.
Okay.
Gumi and Mamu fall into that category, those categories.
Okay.
You understand? Mamu's arrest to some people is a witch hunt of a journalist.
To some people.
To some people is high-handedness of federal government. To whom the negotiator. And to some people is just a sympathizer of terrorists. And you know, when you are the last category, if law enforcement has not reached your door, they definitely are doing some work elsewhere that may have taken over their activities. And when he was arrested in Egypt, on his way to Saudi Arabia, you know,
for lesser Hajj,
The news was there is a link between him and some terrorists in the Sinai Peninsula. You understand? But he said, I didn't do anything. That if there was a signal from Nigeria for such, as we have been flagged down in Nigeria. Before I left the song.
While waiting till here.
You understand? But some people said, fear, Nigeria may have given Egypt the inkling that that person is a person of interest.
Okay.
But the Egyptian authority don't kowtow to the whims and caprices of Nigerian authority. It's a sovereign state. If such a person is not having issue
with their government there,
there wouldn't
be any need for them
to repatriate, arrest him and repatriate back to this country. But the issue is this. The controversial part of it is that Mamo, as a journalist, publisher of Herald newspaper, residing in Kaduna, is not even a cleric. He has never proclaimed to be a cleric. But he has negotiated the release of at least 11 and 7 later of those who were kidnapped by the terrorists along Kaduna Abuja Railway. Now, why is federal government arresting him now? Considering the fact that we still have 23 captives.
Okay, captivity.
Yes, in that with the kidnappers. That is number one question that federal government needs to ask. Because we just put those people in harm's way again. Because this is a negotiator in detention. And all of us understand that they listen to these people. At least they listen to Gume and Mamu, the negotiator. And they have not, and federal government has not shown enough leadership to say we are rescuing these people. So they just put 23 Nigerians in harm's way again. That is the number one question they need to answer. Why arresting him now when they are
others in captivity?
Now the second question is Mamu Tule a journalist? What has been, if he's a journalist, like every other journalist and publishers, what has been is sort of livelihood that is living large? What are the source of livelihood? Now, the ESS came out to say we have a reason to say he has been negotiating on behalf of and calling some money to his side. The controversial part is that they need to prove beyond reasonable doubt to Nigerians that they are not doing this because they are witch-hunting a journalist and a publisher. But they are doing it because this person is having source of funding from the kidnapping ransoms.
Okay, it takes his own share.
If they can prove that, then Mamu have every reason to answer many questions. You know, a country need negotiators. There are
international negotiators
are internationally acceptable things to do. But our own is a peculiar problem. It's not the type of professional negotiator that we deserve. You understand? These are sympathizers of bandits and terrorists. Our government has closed their eyes to their excesses, to the level of threatening the government that if you are not doing this for the bandits, they will continue to do this to government. You don't do that as a negotiator. You know, there are certified arbitrators on issues like this that they will tell you there are process. It's not to jump things. But now is the time to actually rally around our government.
Rally around the government?
Yes. And I will tell you why.
Is the government overwhelmed? Has the government requested for such?
No, they don't have to. You know, it's just like when you see on a police station, police is your friend. You have limited options.
Or when there is a fire in the house, don't wait for a firefighter to come before you join others.
So it's like we have limited options at the moment. Is either we concede to the pressure of bandits and terrorists, or support our government to do the military. Either way, we are the massive upwards.
Okay.
Government most of the time look like certified are the regimented terrorists. You understand? But
Regimented terrorists,
because they do whatever.
Okay. Now, Gumi has always been coming out to say, okay, if you must do this, you must do this to the terrorists. You must accommodate them. You must open a university for them. You must do this and some other things. Things that are stinking to hell. Now, when I heard of arrest of Mamu and his relationship with Gumi, what came to my mind is why Mamu, why not Gumi himself?
Because there are things that we take for granted in Nigeria. When issue of security happen, there are people that, just like in the animal kingdom,
some are equal than others.
it's just an animal kingdom thing happening in Nigeria. Because you see, Gumi has done so much publicity stunts that he should be pulling his heel with the police or the
DSS.
You know, there are things that DSS does that you begin to question, why do we have police? You know, DSS is a fashion of what they call them in the US. Not the FBI is the police. They have their own fashion of it.
Okay.
No. I want to remember. No, they have that fashion. You can never see those fashion go and arrest anybody. They do security.
Investigation and hand over to the police.
FBI to go and make arrests. You understand? There are things that DSS should not do. You understand? But because we model things up, sometimes they are city police. They have the right, but they have the only institution that have the constitutional right is the police. Even the one
you say prosecutorial now,
yes,
but you don't talk of arrest.
You know,
I think others can arrest and hand over to the police.
But DSS are doing so much, keeping.
But they detain.
You know, if you have done your assignment very, very well, you won't keep people in custody for long. The Nigerian arrangement is you make arrests and start looking for evidence to prosecute. That's not the way it's done in a Senate crime. In a Senate crime, where they have watertight evidence against you before they make arrests.
Before they can arrest you.
Watertight evidence. One of our own that has stolen so much from during the COVID has just been sentenced. Hush puppy.
Okay.
In the US. The issue is Hush puppy knew that they have enough evidence to even kill him if they want to. But in Nigeria, they have arrested one, Mumfa or something. The EFCC
Yes, okay.
The other time. And they released him later. Because they didn't have any watertight evidence. They just think they have their right to arrest.
And all.
Yeah, you know, so it's a lot of problem there. But Mamu, even if they are not able to prove it in court, is complicit in all this. Just like Gumi is also complicit. There are issues that you know this is the right. You know, doesn't require a rocket scientist to know that when you are complicit, you are complicit. The two negotiator, whatever they call themselves, sympathizer, whatever, they are complicit in all this. And it's unfortunate our government can't do much to them.
Why can't the government do much? The government is to protect the people. So I think it's, I don't know, it's a way hypocritical. You know, we all know the truth. The government knows the truth, right? You know this person is not working for the good of the country. So why not go straight? Like you said, after explaining, okay, what they do in America, what they do in UK and all, why not go straight then and pick the person, state out the evidence, and bring everything to justice? Now, if we are, because what I see that we are all doing is hide and seek game. We don't want to come straight.
John, let me tell you this. It's even worse than hide and seek. The system is tainted. The structure is don't let me say it. The structure is bad. The government structure is bad. An average Nigeria is a potential saboteur. I have said it many times.
Let me ask you a question here. Mamu said something, and I want to quote him now. He said, I was not harassed at the Nigerian airport until I got to Cairo. When the security officials there told me that they had orders to arrest me by the Nigerian Department of State Security. We were arrested alongside my family members. Now, you say, who is going to pay the bill of bringing him back here?
When you are a threat to the country, it's not about to go to...
The question is, why not arrest him here? You have every evidences here, and you saw him going through a port.
You cannot take the statement of somebody like Mamu, who plan and simple like that. You understand? The reality is, the government of Egypt will not have said that.
No, it's not the government that's saying it. It's Mamu himself.
Mamu said the Egyptian authorities said they have
orders from the DSS in Nigeria.
I can tell you that for free, that no authority of Egypt may have said that. No, none of them would have. You know, there are things that you don't give question. I was once arrested at the airport in
where?
I want to remember now. This Netherlands International Airport. So I was arrested, and alongside some of our colleagues that were traveling, I was the only one that was single out. Understand? They didn't give me any information. They just kept me somewhere.
Like Mamu was kept for 24 hours.
Mine was not 24 hours. So on my way inside that airport, before we reached where I was arrested, I picked one book on the shelf. I think I can remember the title, Five Nations Fail. Okay. On the bookshelf. I got it on the bookshelf, and I was just in it because I didn't do anything wrong. You understand? So after the back and forth, so many security all over me, I was just like, what's all this nonsense again? And I was just catching a flight to another country, Panama. So I was like, what is all this? So at the end, it just came without anything again. They said, oh, have your passport back, you can go now. I said, no, I'm not going anywhere.
Why not
explain? Because it's...
I hope the flight hasn't departed.
No, because it was like 10 minutes. And you know, if you know that's Amsterdam International Airport, the where you check and the tarmac was like very, very far within the airport. I passed through that place many times. So I was like, what is all this nonsense this time around? You know, at the end they said, okay, well, what do you want us to do? I said, you are going to tell me that if I miss that flight, you are putting me on another flight. Because this is just an harassment to me. So they wrote a message that if I cannot meet up. So, and I was just, with those people that would travel together, I was like, I need to prove a point to them. They are already on the flight. So inside the airport, I just carried my bags and started running. You understand? Invariably, they have been calling my name over the where they put me. So I just see that they already closed that entrance.
Wow.
I was looking up. So the man just looked back like this. Are you Mr. Saka? I didn't even answer him. I just passed through under that thing and enter. What I'm trying to say is that there are no when you are within the international radar, they won't give you any reason. They won't even talk to you.
For arrest or for anything.
You become a communicado. So, but because Mamu is who Mamu is, he keep on speaking. And he said, I don't even fear DSS. Did you say
yes, he said.
The reality is, nobody asks you whether you are afraid or not. We just want you to say, I'm innocent, and I can prove it anywhere. You understand? That I negotiate based on the interest of the country, and I negotiated based on the patriotic seal in me. That would have been a better oratory. Not I didn't fear, not the have order for me to arrest. Those things don't count.
All right, great. Mr. Saka, I would like you to explain briefly, I mean, because of time, the negotiating aspects to the viewers so people can understand this. Now, it's a whole drama for some people to believe that there is a true negotiator between the bandits, the terrorists, and to the people, to the citizens, to the government. That is that real? Is it not that, like what is being painted, is it not that the negotiator is the bandit himself? Now, not to use Mahmoud, just like an ordinary person. Is it possible? Is it realistic? Is it possible that we can have a plain negotiator?
Yes.
So
Yes, we can actually have a plain negotiator. There are international standard
Negotiators.
for negotiators.
yeah,
You understand?
Okay.
But our is not the same. So the type of negotiation we have make it look like we are just paying ransom. We are not negotiating. We are just paying ransom.
Okay.
We are just empowering the bandits more. You understand? People paid as high as 20 million to rescue their relations, and that didn't even involve the government. You know, in this type of arrangement, government must be involved. You cannot say I want to negotiate because my family is in captivity. I want to negotiate and you exclude the government. You are not helping the system. You are just creating. You are just postponing the evil day that will happen to another citizen of the country.
Yeah.
So it's just there are standards for negotiators across the world, but Nigeria is a peculiar mess. Nigeria own fashion is a peculiar, just like everything Nigerians anyway.
Now let's look at this is a case, a war we must fight. And the military, the police are telling us, please, we need information about where these people reside. And somebody will come out the next day. Yesterday, I was with these people. I saw those that were kidnapped. What they are saying is, government didn't treat them well at a point. This is why they are taking up arms against the government. Now, if some people, you know the Constitution more than I do, that if anybody takes up arms against his own nation, it is an abomination and it must be crushed. Somebody will go there and come out, claim, even take photographs with them. And yet our security operatives are telling us we don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Who is saying the truth here?
That is institutional complicity in this arrangement too. You see, Erufai came to say we know where they are. We gave the security intelligence. They didn't do anything. And Erufai, you know, one of the things you look at is when leaders speak. They don't just speak. And Erufai was one of the most intelligent governor that we have in the country. Give it to him. Smart, has spoken, and he doesn't fear anybody. He doesn't even fear to speak on any issue.
We learned he went to the president to inform the president, I know where these people are.
Yes.
We know.
So that will tell you that there is an institutional, and something happened recently. There was an award of contracts to monitor pipeline.
Yeah.
Given
Even to Tompolo in the past, this government revoked its license, and this same government is giving it back.
48 billion.
You know what happened? They don't even believe in their own military again. You understand? They don't even believe. You see, it's like the management of OSBC don't believe in you again, and they are still paying you salary. Is it not better to let
not allowing me to anchor any program? Just allowing to no.
collecting salary.
No, let me go.
They are now saying we need freelance broadcaster to come and take your job.
No, let me go. If it's going to get to that.
So that is how terrible our security arrangement has become under this administration. You see, there is no way anybody can defend this government and not looking stupid. There is no way. Whatever is happening to our people in the hands of bandits and terrorists, the blood is on this administration side.
I think somebody was saying that, okay, today 20 people were kidnapped and they've been taken into the hideouts. Can the government take a decision to say the 20 people, they are kidnapping the individuals and their abductors, let's just use them to pay the price? Can we use our to wipe everybody out?
Let me tell you,
once and for all.
When countries decide to do things, they don't have to say it to the public. See, those ones become collateral damage. But to not only serve as a deterrent for terrorists, it will be an history that we can do anything to rescue our country. Even killing some of our innocent citizens in the process. You understand? But at the moment, government don't even look in the direction of doing anything. The government look powerless. You understand? When you have so much power and you look powerless, that is the shame on the government.
You know what thing one time? We cultivated the land, we are trying to start a cultivation, and we saw a very dangerous snake. And we tried to look for the snake, we couldn't get the snake. And what we did was to just pray everywhere and put fire, and we went away. Do you understand? By the time we came back the next morning, we saw the snake rolling, dead. I think that saved us from fear of, is the snake still around? Do you understand now? Can we do something like that?
Let me tell you something.
We lost some from Martin, but we wouldn't mind.
A friend who used to be a local hunter told me something day before yesterday. He said there is no hideout anywhere in the country.
Are you saying these people are sleeping in a home somewhere?
He said there is no farm in the entire urban land that they are not cultivating the land there. You understand? There is no forest in the entire urban land that somebody somewhere is not the owner.
Yeah.
So if they said they took some people and they put them in the forest, it's just to galvanize all the family. Go and look at your forest and we feed them out. And not is even different from the Yoruba land type of forest. Playground. What they call Sambisa forest? There is no forest too. It's just a playground. How you call such a place a forest? What is a forest? Is it not with a very big trees?
Bigger trees.
There is no such in Sambisa. These are plain land. But see, government playing the ostrich here, burying their heads in the sand, will not solve the problem. We have to stand up for the country. Because at the end of the day, when the chiefs are down, the rich will no longer sleep.
The rich are also crying.
So that will tell you the state
of things.
Yes.
Okay. About a week ago, there was this report again that ranked Nigeria as second most terrorized nation in the world. Second most terrorized nation in the world.
I'll tell you.
That ranking is not good for us.
I'll tell you, the ranking is just the ranking. But we know the state of security in the country. We are not even safe in this studio.
We are not.
We are not even safe in this studio.
Are you sure?
You see, let me remind you. I was in this studio during the SARS protest. And those guys came to bombard this same studio.
This
station. You know, that will tell you that what it requires to kill or maim is just
an inch.
It's even lesser than an inch. Because at the end of the day, they are not here to sing Christmas hymns. They are here to maim and kill. So there are a lot of security lapses in the country that it requires more than just integrity. It requires more than just being the president.
And I think the government is trying to do something here. For an example, the government in the southwest here, they came up with this Amotekun idea. About 3 days ago, the governor of Ondo State was saying, oh, allow these people to start carrying arms. In the course of that interaction, he alleged the governor as a governor that is supervising the movement of bandits to the southwest. Now, if you want to recruit me into Amotekun, you want to give me an assurance that I'm safe. If not, traditionally, you give me something that will even give me an inch of protest. If I'm not protected, I won't join them. I cannot go to face bandits with my gun.
You see, I have said it in another interview, and I'll say it again. As of today, Isba, Amotekun, Ebubagu,
Regional security outfits.
Those state-owned security outfits have no right to carry firearms.
They have no right?
They have no such right. There are things that require law. They need to go and review the law on arms carriage before those things can happen. That is one. Two, beyond just rhetorics, the small arms in circulation in the country will give you silver if you know the level of small arms in circulation, even in Osogbo, in the hands of wrong guys. You know, even in Osogbo,
we call them small arms. They still outline out of people.
That's what the United Nations targets. The small arms. You know, all those small guns. That's, you know. The reality is, I'm attempting to dig deeper. Traditionally, culturally, we need to harness the sense of our spiritual past to secure our land. And I know there is need for us to do more as traditional rulers, as governments in the southwest, as ordinary authors on the street. People still have that spiritual past.
We have that spiritual past, fine, but you and I, we have our mosques, we have our churches, that when you go into that, we say, oh, Silong, Tumba, Wanda, Webo. Silong, Wanda, now will mean that you are not fully with your new God.
You know, when you travel outside the country, US, the Americans, let me just put it, the Americans, the Europe, you realize that they value all those things that we devalue with ease with our religion. You understand? I was in Germany sometime in the past. I visited this Baba Olosho.
Okay.
Should be a company of some of our leader and companies. And I was like, the way these people adore traditional religion, what is wrong with us? You know, when you see foreigner taking away what you don't value, your artifacts. You know, some of them, you know, when we do Osogbo here, you can see the trooping, the way they trooping from Europe and America to come
and see what is happening.
Come and worship. They don't even care what you think about. Their religion is their religion. And that is what we denigrate with ease in the name of being a Muslim or a Christian. You see, I may not be a worshipper, but I understand the spiritual potency of our past. You understand? Of our past as Yorubas. You understand? Imagine we have industrialized the solution plan in Ife. And everybody, old and young in Yoruba land, understand that after the exit of Olusegun Sigboade, this is how we will do this. This is the traditional thing we are doing. This, but we love to see things in secrecy. At the end, you know what the implication of no secrecy? Those who are supposed to know will not know it. It's like Yoruba say, Osatafi no many. You know, we have to do more. There is no way. You know why the jihadists fear Yoruba land? The Fulani jihadists of the past. I read this somewhere. Because of this, our spiritual past. They know we cannot just be captured.
John, do you have any question for him now?
Yeah, so now that you're saying we should, because that's what you're saying, we should go back to the traditional religion.
I'm not talking
He's not saying that.
I'm not talking about we.
For rescue.
I'm not talking about we. I'm talking about people who can do it, who do it.
So not all of us should go.
You know, your church pastor will tell you what you want to do is against the Bible. My imam will tell me it's against the Quran and stuff like that. You understand? But we have a reason to fear. And if that is an option, I'm not going to be against such an option.
Yeah, I'm backing you up that since it's an option for solution, I mean, we have already so many options on grounds that are not working, obviously. So since we have these beautiful options, why not opt for it?
You see it as beautiful. Many people don't see that.
Look at it as dirty.
They see it as fetish. You don't understand. And Oni will do Iwure for Yoruba land every day of the year.
Yes.
Okay.
You understand? And the same Oni will go to church, pray to God, even roll on ground within the church. You understand? But as the head of an institution, we will continue to do Iwure for us, so that Yoruba land will not fall into the hand of people that want
now for us not to fall into
can as well their head.
Okay, everyone are paying like that.
Yes.
As a nation now, if we must describe where we are as it has to do with happenings around terrorism, banditry, where are we now? Can you describe the point we are now?
Point of view. Is it under this administration? It is a step forward and many steps backward. We are stuck. Give it to them. We don't have incessant attack on our facilities like in the past. But we know it's just a time bomb.
We don't have incessant, but the isolated ones that happened. Say the one that happened in Kuje. Was that not big enough?
It was. It's a perception issue, whether big or small.
Okay.
No attack is big or small.
Okay.
You understand? Attack is an attack on our facility, but it's not as bad as in the past. But the fear is, are we not sitting on time bomb when these people will come bigger at us? Because we have not done the needful to actually wipe them out the way they should be. They should be wiped out. You know, we have enough strength as government, as country, to wipe any internal insurgency. But if they are not doing it, then somewhere they are equipping their energy to come and attack us again.
Talking about not doing it, is this not the time where we call the United Nations for help?
United Nations for help. You see, there is nobody that will help you more than yourself. Regardless of the call, they can help you in terms of logistics, in terms of finance, but can they come on ground to come and fight it?
I mean, we can have a realistic dialogue on which help do we need, which one can we afford, and tell them the one we need. And
are you sure we are not having that dialogue?
That discussion now?
Yes.
But it has not been put to the public.
I'm not too sure. What we call public is what everybody knows about. You understand? But in terms of security, there are discussion
that cannot come to public profit just like that.
More so, you know why the United Nations, United States, United Kingdom, even Germany and China are interested in Nigeria. Even if this country collapse, we don't pray for it. If this country collapse, anywhere we enter, we'll go and destroy it. We have the population to destroy the country. So they continue to invest in us.
So that they keep
all of them are investing in our security. I can tell you that for free. You know, they are investing in it to keep us together. Don't come and destroy our own country.
Now, activities of the Nigerian military in the past shows us that they have the capacity with the peacekeeping here and there. But as we are today, I want to say that they need to do more. I was discussing with a captain in the Nigerian army who said, don't put what is not our responsibility on our head. It is not the duty of the military to fight local. I said, you call it local. He said it's local. That Nigerian army is there to defend the territorial integrity. The question is, what happened to our police, therefore?
You see, with the ongoing terrorist attack, even the United States don't rely only on the police, on the FBI to need this. We need them to protect internal integrity too.
Not territorial alone. Okay.
The internal integrity.
Comment. We must go now.
If we don't protect internal integrity, there will be no territory to protect later.
Excellently.
So it's just. But the unfortunate parties.
Can they synergize?
Yes, they need to. They are doing it, but when the head is rotten,
your body is bad.
the leadership question.
Let's go home today. John, I think we should go home today. We're going to come back again. Security matter, like Akade will say, is a serious matter.
Yes.
And we're going to come over this again some other time to discuss more. John.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Saka,
Thank you,
for
It's
the
good to have you around.
contributions. Yeah. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. I am Joy Akinola. Thank you for joining us today.
Mr. Saka, it's always a pleasure to have you in our studio.
Thank you so
much. And the Director General sends his word that which you greet you.
Thank you very
much. Thank you for coming. I'm Olasu Kamyo, signing out on behalf of our producer, Olushola Ogoleye, and other colleagues in the studio. Don't go away. AM Cafe still continues, and we'll hear from the news and sport arena very, very soon.
Right. So here are the highlights. Nigeria's under-17 women's taking on Egypt. The Flamingos versus Egypt. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. And we start with a nice team move from the Flamingos Essie Danzosu finding Blessing Emmanuel, who flicks it on to Tawa Afolabi, and she gets it to Esther Ajakaye, who puts it into the back of the net. Beautiful goal by the Flamingos, and the score 1-0 in favor of Nigeria. Beautiful flick there by Blessing Emmanuel, and Tawa Afolabi does a great job of holding off two defenders and getting the ball perfectly to Esther Ajakaye, and she does the rest, putting the ball into the back of the net. And the score, Flamingos of Nigeria 1, Egypt 0. Next up is a corner kick taken by Fatima Adesina, and it bounces just right for Omowumi Bello, and she heads it into the back of the net. Second goal for the Flamingos against the Egyptians. And as you see, the corner kick comes in, goalkeeper tries to go for it, misses it, and it just bounced perfectly for Omowumi Bello, and she does the rest, putting the ball into the back of the net. And here we have a showing from the Egyptians. Nada Mansour gets the ball into the area. Razan Tayel gets a foot on it, but she doesn't get it on target. Ball goes wide, and that chance goes away for the Egyptians. Moving to the second half, a corner kick for the Flamingos, and it's headed out of the area, but not as far as Miracle Usani, who slams the ball into the back of the net. And the third goal for the Flamingos, and they're on their way right now. Beautiful goal by Miracle Usani, as you see, headed out by the Egyptian, and she's right there at the edge of the box, just to slam the ball into the back of the net. Beautiful goal by Miracle Usani, and the score 3-0. And here we have an opportunity for Omowumi Bello right in front of goal. Goalkeeper rushes her, but she can't get the ball on target right there, and that chance goes away. Captain of the side, Dazosu, finds Messi Timi, and she just goes off, goes through three defenders, makes her way to the byline, and puts a ball into the area for a teammate. And you have Esther Ajakaye just having the easy job of putting the ball into an unattended net. And the score, Flamingos of Nigeria 4, Egypt 0. As you can see right here, Messi Atimi, just beautiful run by her, puts it on the plate. And what you gonna do? Beautiful goal right there. And that's how the match ended. 4-0 in favor of the Flamingos. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.
On to sports news now. Super Sand Eagles this evening retained their Copa Lagos Beach soccer crown at the
Welcome to Friday's morning edition of AM Sport from OSBC Television. My name is Adeyemi Aboderin. Ijebu-Ode born 100-meter hurdler Tobi Amusan has become a world champion again yesterday at the finals of the Diamond League meet in Zurich, Switzerland. Tobi Amusan clinched the gold medal again. She came first in a time of 12.29 seconds to win the star prize of the Diamond League, $30,000. Yes, Tobi Amusan was $30,000 richer yesterday, and she also got a wild card for the World Athletics Championship next year in Budapest, Hungary. Yes, Toby Amusan keep making the waves. Yes, churning in medals after medals. Don't forget, at the last World Athletics event in Oregon, Toby Amusan reduced the time, the world record, to 12.12 seconds. Yes, 12.12 seconds to become a world record holder in the 100 meters women's hurdles. So, want to congratulate Toby Amusan for making the green, white, green color proud. Again, yes, we are very proud of our own, and we need to continue to celebrate our own Toby Amusan for bringing another glory to our dear nation, Nigeria. So congratulations to Toby Amusan. And away from that, yes, our own representatives in the Women's CAF Champions League, Rivers, the Bayelsa Queens, yes, the Bayelsa Queens of Yenagoa will know their opponents in the CAF Women's Champions League. The draw will hold this Friday, today, yes, the draw for the CAF Women's Champions League will hold today in Morocco. So, Bayelsa Queens will have to stay glued while the draw holds today to know their opponent. And this weekend, 4 Nigerian teams will be in action in the CAF competition, CAF interclub competitions. Plateau United and Rivers United will play in the CAF Champions League, while Remo Stars and Kwara United will also be engaged in the CAF Confederations Cup. And Plateau United are already in Gabon, yes, where they will face AS Manji Sport Club of Gabon in the preliminary elimination round of the CAF Champions League for this season. The two clubs are alien to each other, and this weekend match will separate men from boys as Plateau United engages AS Manje Sport Club of Gabon in the elimination round of the CAF Champions League. And also this weekend in Port Harcourt at the Adoke Amesimaka Stadium in Port Harcourt, Rivers United will also be at home against Watanga Sport Club in Port Harcourt. So we are wishing the teams that will be representing Nigeria in the CAF Inter-Club competition a big success. Let me inform you that Super Falcons have departed USA after losing the 2 friendlies against the US women's national team, the most successful women's team in the world. In their first match played on September 3rd, yes, Super Falcons were humiliated by US women's national team. 4-0 was the result of that match. And in the second game played on September 6th, yes, the tally was reduced, and the Super Falcons seems to have improved above the first match. The match ended 2-1 in favor of the US women's national team, though one of the goals scored by the US was an own goal scored by a Nigerian lady. So it was an improvement, and that match serves as preparations for both teams ahead of the FIBA Women's World Cup coming up in Australia and New Zealand next year. So the attention of